Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Here's something I learned pretty late in life. Correction, like when you get correction from any source, is a powerful and wonderful gift. And I have learned to welcome it and to lean into it and to look for situations where I'll be under a little bit of pressure. I kind of like pressure testing my Tai Chi form, my body, my balance, my strength. Not ridiculous pressure, but enough that my weaknesses show up. Those are like, in a sense, corrections. It's saying, look, these things are weak. So like standing on one leg and moving very, very slowly, shows me where my balance is off or on. And then I can hopefully make adjustments and fix those areas. In fact, that's mostly what my practice is. Subjecting my body to pressure, not too much, not too little, pressure, noticing the weaknesses that are exposed, and then correcting them almost always with basics, basic stuff I teach in the first lesson, but I have slipped a little bit from, or I'm not maintaining at this new level of pressure, so I usually correct it with simple things like feet on the ground, space between the knees, sit in the hips, tuck the hips, lift the spine, drop the chin, take the head back, glue the shoulders back a little, set my arm, usually that stuff will fix it. So, but I used to avoid correction, like whenever my teacher would watch me do a form, or whenever I was in a situation where someone maybe knew a little more than I did and they corrected me, or I got correction, I would be, feel like I screwed up, because my goal was to be impeccable, to be unjudgeable or uncorrectable. And that's just because when I was young, correction came along with a certain amount of ridicule or humiliation or negative feelings, so I kind of like wanted to avoid that because correction meant I screwed up. Now I think of correction as meaning like a correction. It doesn't matter whether it's not, there's no moral judgment on it. It's a good thing. It's a gift no matter who it comes from, even if it comes from an enemy. If it's correcting something and helping me do something better, I'll take it. That's how you learn. You get corrected, trial and error. You find out where you're in error and you correct it. It's a tremendous gift. And sometimes I'll correct someone in a Tai Chi lesson, and they're like, I knew that, I got it, all right. And they're kind of quick to push away the correction moment, or they don't want any correction at all. They don't want any voice telling them that anything they do is less than perfect. And I feel sorry for them, because all that defending against correction, against any kind of criticism is a shame, because it just blocks out one of the greatest gifts you can get. That's how we learn. That's how we get better at things. So I would say, especially if you're raising kids or around kids, get them used to the idea that criticism and correction are good. That means that they are ready to get better. It's like the welcome mat of better is a correction or some kind of criticism. Do not criticize with intimidation, ridicule, hostility, sarcasm, any kind of down looking at the person you're correcting, because that encourages them to resist correction, and that means that they're going to be missing out on one of life's really most potent and powerful gifts and how we get better at things. So correction is good, pressure is good, and criticism is good, as long as it's not too great, and as long as it's not coupled with a bunch of other emotional baggage that is down looking at the person being corrected. Correction is awesome. Since I learned to lean into correction and look for pressure and look for criticism, I'm just immeasurably better off. I still have resistance to it, because those things came to me with those other negative emotions, but I'm working on it, and it's getting better and better. And I certainly, as far as my basic mission or philosophy is concerned, is bring it on. I may not agree with it. I listen to it. I check in, and if it's valuable and it feels right, it feels like, oh yeah, they're onto something, then I will go with that correction. I've made numerous corrections and adjustments to my posture and form in the past couple of years, especially as I've worked with more strength training and trying to include that, and just putting more pressure on my posture as I get older, because I want to go easy. I don't want to go hard with bad, posture, and I want my body to be more a source of pleasure than pain. So I take the corrections where I can get them. So Don't correct your kids harshly, don't criticize them harshly, but don't spare them correction or criticism either. Don't make them think it's a bad thing. You got to correct. You got to put pressure on. You got to criticize, but don't do it with harsh emotions unless you want your kids to be handicapped for life. I almost was. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to my channel or visit GeneBurnett.com. You can also make a donation to me personally if you like this kind of thing. I have a donation link under every YouTube video in the description, but it's not expected. It's just nice. All right. Thanks a lot for watching.